This is my review of Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged in just 3 minutes. When the original Hot Wheels Unleashed came out back in 2021, it surprised me way more than it had any right to. A Hot Wheels game just kind of makes sense, yet we haven't had a game that quite matches just how fast and chaotic that felt. I didn't come away thinking, why hasn't anyone done this yet, but instead, why hasn't anyone done this right? I of course had criticisms when it came to its monetization practices and some ideas running out of steam by the end, but it feels impossible to ignore all that charm. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged does calm some of these criticisms, as there aren't loot boxes this time, but a day one season pass purchase still prevails. Despite it all, it's a creative blast of pure childhood. Like your childhood, you kind of have to create your own fun to get the most out of it. As part of this, the story is mostly inconsequential, an excuse to take you through a handful of central environments. The world is being attacked by something, and it's your job to stop them by doing special races, of course. You won't really pay attention to the story, but it does have a nice comic book art style, which is distinct from the graphics of the game itself. This new art style gives you a change of pace to mark pivotal moments throughout your career and rewards you for sticking with it. The story mode, called Hot Wheels Creature Rampage, takes the player through a handful of central areas in Hot Wheels City, all with different challenges, like a quick race that tasks you to finish a certain amount of laps before opponents, Drift Master, which is about getting a score from drifting in a certain time frame, and Elimination, where the bottom of the racing board gets eliminated every half a minute or so until there's only one left, hopefully you. These are initially just varied enough to keep you hurtling through tracks, but can feel a little tedious by the end of the story. Perhaps the best mode for actually teaching what Hot Wheels can offer is Waypoint. It puts you on a designated map without a track and tasks you to hit certain points in a time frame. You can get there any way you see fit. Initially, you are left looking for the remains of tracks and bits of furniture to guide you, but by the end, you're flying around the map with spare boost, getting to the end zone half a minute before the best score. It teaches you to think for yourself in a game filled with tight and restrictive tracks. I didn't initially like the drifting matches. In these, you get points for drifting, which then multiply if you do it cleanly. I took them slowly initially to get more points before I realised going quick would get you the Unleashed score, which is the main score bracket you're looking for. This is indicative of my time with the game. I took everything slow at the start before realising I was constantly encouraged to get quicker and quicker. The gameplay as a result is excellent. It's super arcadey and encourages you to take as many risks as possible. You can restart in an instant, so you should always cut that corner or go for a bump on the player in front. You gain boost from drifting, hitting boost pads, and going quick, so using your boost causes you to get even more boost. The moment-to-moment regression reminds me of an online game. Every now and then a shop refreshes, which is loaded with cards you can spend coins on. As well as this, you can spin a board with tokens earned every now and then. This means you are constantly checking the store and wheel in case someone you want is on there. Or something, I suppose. You can get that currency through races and actually can't buy it as of right now, which I liked. Unfortunately, it's not very easy to spot what duplicates you have, so you have to physically navigate menus and then cross-reference them to find out. As well as this, the game's creativity and fun does lose a little steam as you get on, as the number of modes don't change and maps start to feel a little similar. Luckily, boss fights, which you engage in the whole way through, are constantly pretty fun, loaded with new ideas and being more difficult than most of the rest of the game. This extra little challenge works for the game, though it never really gets very hard. It helps that multiplayer and a track creator can keep you playing even after you've finished all of those single player modes. Though some more modes and map diversity would be fantastic, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged builds on the original in ways I wanted without taking much out. It could benefit from a tad more creativity and could steer a little further from the original, but it manages to deliver solid, arcadey fun without many cutbacks. Apologies for my voice today. I wrote up this script the other day and never got around to it, and now I'm starting to feel sick. So you've got a much more gravelly voice for the next maybe couple of videos. If you liked it, please subscribe, it really helps. Thanks.